Rumors explode. Dakota Johnson's ambiguous remarks about her relationship with Jamie Dornan. Sunrise 1. One sentence, and how the internet turned it into a storm. It all started with a seemingly harmless conversation. Dakota Johnson appeared in an intimate interview, talking about her years working with her co-star on 50 Shades. No sensational headlines. No definitive statements. Just a few reminiscences, spoken in a calm, even self-deprecating tone. But the internet doesn't live in calm. Just one emotionally charged sentence, "We were very close during the filming," was taken out of context and superimposed onto sensational headlines. The word "close" became ambiguous. The word "collaboration" was twisted into "relationship." And from a professional memory, a storm of rumors was created. Magnifying glass 2. What is ambiguity, and why is it so easily misinterpreted? Ambiguity isn't an admission. Ambiguity isn't proof either. But in modern entertainment culture, ambiguity is the perfect fuel for speculation. Because it opens up a void, and that void is quickly filled by audience expectations, imagination, and emotions. Dakota didn't say what happened. She only spoke about the feeling of working with a co-star she trusted. However, trust and security in acting, two core elements of creating chemistry, are often equated with personal matters. And when Jamie Dornan's name comes up, the history of 50 Shades immediately resurfaces like an amplified mirror. Tornado 3. When 50 Shades becomes a distorted lens. Undeniably, 50 Shades was a phenomenon. And undeniably, the line between acting and real life has long been blurred in the public eye. For years, Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan carried that legacy, a fictional story, but powerful enough for audiences to believe that it was the same in real life. Every statement about their past collaboration was therefore scrutinized. Just the mention of closeness or unforgettable times immediately added a hidden meaning to the words. Not because she said too much, but because the listener was already expecting a different story. Brain 4. The splicing effect, when 30 seconds replace 5 years of truth. A short clip goes viral. A sentence is taken out of context. A headline is given a question mark. That's the familiar formula of modern rumors. Videos are slowed down, every glance, every pause is analyzed. Decoding articles appear, suggesting that something is not being said, but what few mention is, lengthy interviews are shortened, professional context is omitted, and personal stories are fabricated. One media analyst commented, "Rumors don't need truth, they need attention." Stop sign 5. Jamie Dornan's silence, avoidance or respecting boundaries. When Jamie Dornan's name was dragged into a wave of speculation, the most striking thing was his silence. No response, no correction, no indirect statement. To some, silence is suspicious. To those who understand Jamie's work, silence is consistent. Throughout his career, Jamie rarely comments on private life, his own or others. He keeps a clear distinction between his professional life and his personal life. And in a context where rumors are built on speculation, a response might only prolong the rumors. Clapperboard 6. Behind-the-scenes perspective, intimate, is a requirement of the profession. An anonymous crew member once shared, "To film emotionally intense scenes, two actors must trust each other completely. That trust is often misinterpreted as something else." In the filming environment, intimate means safety, respect, and agreement. It doesn't imply privacy, but once offset, those professional terms are redefined according to the audience's emotions. Dakota, in previous interviews, has repeatedly emphasized that she values boundaries. She talks about the difficulties, the pressure, and how the crew has to protect the actors. These details are rarely made headlines, because they aren't shocking. Person standing female sign person standing male sign 7. Two people, not symbols of collective imagination. One thing often overlooked amidst the storm of rumors. Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan are two independent individuals, with their own lives, choices, and boundaries. Assigning a ambiguous relationship based on a few statements is not only unfounded, but also inadvertently denies them the right to tell their own story, in their own way, or not at all. One widely shared comment read, "I love the movie, but I don't own their lives." Puzzle piece 8. Why do rumors explode, and why are they so hard to quell? There are three main reasons. Legacy of the roles. 50 Shades still casts a huge shadow. Ambiguous language. Emotional words are easily misinterpreted. Attention to detail. Controversial headlines are always prioritized. When these three elements meet, rumors tend to sustain themselves, even without further information. Seedling 9. When public opinion begins to cool down. After a few days, when there is no confirmation from those involved, the wave begins to diverge. Many articles shift the focus shifted to a call for reading the full context, respecting boundaries, and avoiding speculation. The hashtag context matters emerge. More sober analyses were shared. And the core question was posed. Are we looking for the truth, or a story to believe? Dove 10. So what really happened? The most honest answer. There is no evidence of a shady relationship beyond the painful work. Only a plausible sharing of past emotions. Misinterpretable language. A title prioritizing environment. And a public that saw everything through the lens of their roles. Dakota spoke about professional feelings. Jamie chose consistent silence. The rest is speculation. Crescent moon conclusion. When rumors are bigger than words. The rumors didn't explode because Dakota talked too much. It's elevated because we listen the way we want to hear. In an era where a single word can be taken out of context and turned into proof, what's most needed might be to slow down, read enough, understand enough, and respect enough. By double, the only ambiguity is the boundary between the public imagination and the real lives of others.